But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that? Hi everyone, welcome back to Scarlet Hollow Part 4. Thanks again for visiting my channel. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and let me know in the comments what you think of the game so far. Anyways, we just learned that Stella is a YouTuber who researches cryptids. If you don't know what a cryptid is, they are animals that cryptozoologists believe may exist somewhere in the wild, but are not believed to exist by mainstream science. Thanks, Wikipedia. Alright, let's see what Stella knows. Cool, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel, BN, it's amazing. Wait, how do you know my name? Let it go. Yeah, how does she know her name? Oh, maybe, Tabitha told the people that she has a cousin named BN coming. Let it go. You choose to ignore Avery mentioning your name before you've been introduced. It's a small town. We're probably got along. I think the best video to start with would be the river one, not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh wait, who was that? Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner. I didn't expect much of that footage at that time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known from a single sighting. Two Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that's the case, it'd be at least twice the size of my beaver I'd seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara that might have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. It was a mountain dog. I could smell its stink from miles away. I am still not sure what it was, but I'm the one who saw the thing with my own two eyes. Just tell them what the dog thinks. Whatever it is, you should leave it alone. That's an honest to goodness cryptid right there. No way that's a beaver or a dog, and there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up there, that would still count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment section went nuts for this footage, and from there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There were polls for days. I even had actual experts weighing in. It was all a really cool experience, and it meant the video did some pretty good numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of sewer gator type situation. Haha, exactly. Some exotic pet owners set it free and now will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along? It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm gonna go after the... Wait! No spoilers! Oops, sorry Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Oh, sorry, that was Avery. It's okay, I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. Ew, sticky. Skunk Ape, heck yeah, is that worse Bigfoot? What's Skunk Ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investing. So what do you say, want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Stella? Are you trying to make me do your job for you? But you are inviting me out to do something, so that is nice, I guess. Gretchen, you gonna be there? Are you nuts? Sure. Absolutely! I'd love to come along. That's great! It's been a while since I have anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started the channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though, I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole, if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's, Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyway, we're gonna go to look for a skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Reese, there's always been something off about that boy. I never did like the smell of him. Look like it's just you and me, pal. Alright, guys, let's think about this. Should she introduce two new characters? We have Kanika, who works at the maintenance store, or the general store. And we also have Reese, who something happened to him, probably medical-wise, that he's unable to come on the trail with us. But in addition, Gretchen the dog also says that there's something off about this guy. So let's keep that in our heads. Oh, is he okay? Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He had a lot going on in the past, gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if you want to make it up the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. Leave a generous tip. Can't afford to leave a tip. I'll just leave a normal tip. Don't want them to think that I'm like rich or something. Reach into your pocket and pull out a single crumpled dollar bill and a quarter. Wait, that's all I'm giving? Jeez Louise, if I knew that. As long as you don't get sick of peanut butter and jelly, your meals will be free while you're here. Share the wealth while you got it, you think to yourself. You leave the money on the table and follow Stella out of the diner. Man, Avery's gonna hate me for that. Wow, this is a very pretty view. It had been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, the chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel... Honestly, I kind of feel unsettled. You feel unsettled, your guts tangle into knots with each step as you descend into the unknowable hills. Every snapping twig and rustling leaf makes your heart beat faster and your eyes go wider. Stella, by comparison, is jaunty. You wish you had her confidence, but you can't shake the feeling that something bad awaits you in the woods. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days? Each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something else more fun, like skunk apes. You know, I actually love asking people what is like the weirdest thing or the most interesting day or the most strangest thing you encountered stories. So I would definitely ask her this. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen out there, other than anything cryptid related, of course? Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer I saw stealing baby birds out of it and us eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing that, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake, that's definitely the weirdest. It's a 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell if it was there until you stepped on it. Jeez Louise, guys. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It's all stuff from the 50s too, which is super neat. I salvaged a few bottles I kept on my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of things? Dolls and closets? Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it comes to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing happened. It was always just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all's said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, and I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there, but if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kinda lump with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but werewolf lore lines up pretty well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider possibility that they exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's just hope all of that's just bunk, am I right? What do you think about aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. I adore my darling Stella, but she gets the strangest ideas in her head these days. Ever since her parents went away, she's been more and more foolhardy with all this critter nonsense. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. That's what the government wants you to think. I have absolutely no opinions on aliens. Remain silent. You know what? We are a very, very, very small drop of water in the universe. So I'm gonna say, heck yes, aliens are real. Haha, nice. I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who knows somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Fayetteville. His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely even though he had a full tank of gas. And suddenly, it looked like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the fields, birds in the sky, then this metallic, egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out, and when he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's secondhand source, but there's plenty more like it, and if they are true... Well, if a guy misses his pinky, I think, something definitely occurred. But it could have been the government, you know. I'll go with... makes sense to me. For sure. And even if this one's hogwash, there's a lot of evidence out there. Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was that one time back in early high school when Reese fell down a cliff. But he was fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley to get him out of the ravine, and his leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though, I guess there was also that time I was out here alone and, kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage of what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out that the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside, bored to tears. Lassie, she is not. As if I made sure to give those nasty little skunks a piece of my mind. That's what I did. And I kept Stella company, just as she would for me if I decided to hide in a hole for hours. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty intense, but a few tomato juice baths later, I was right as rain. So it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was the time I accidentally stumbled onto old Duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everybody sooner or later. I barely counted. So yeah, these hikes aren't all that dangerous, all things considered. Alright, I've never heard of a tomato juice bath before. Probably smell very tomatoey. Let's see. Are you really expecting to find anything out there? What are the choices we actually run into a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Did you hear that?